So I decided to play matchmaking for the first time in a few months the other day, and let's just say it wasn't a very good experience. To start off this game, I didn't really have high expectations, but I was hoping on the best of luck here that I wasn't going to run into a cheater or a lot of bullshit in the game, and that is the exact opposite of what happened. So to start off the game, we lose the pistol round. It seems pretty normal, everything seems to be going pretty fine, and then immediately the next round, their guy on their team just buys a scout. We're playing on Dust 2, of course, because it's matchmaking, and this guy pretty much hits two of us through the door and hits headshots immediately, and we're both dead, and it turns into a 5v3, and I'm like, alright, here we go. This game is just gonna be absolute shit. This wasn't confirmation that he was cheating, but throughout the whole game, he was hitting a lot of headshots through double doors randomly. I'm not talking about just on the cross. There were times where he was pre-firing people. He was only using the scout, and this is at a game at LEM. This guy's only using the scout. He dropped about 40 kills, let's say, and he's also just pre-firing a lot, hitting people through these doors. Headshots every time he shoots. It was getting a little bit outrageous. His profile was also on private, which once again doesn't prove anything, but I am 99% sure he was cheating, and it just ruined the game for everybody in the game. So a lot of people always comment on my videos and say it's impossible to get out of their rank, or it's impossible to even enjoy the game because there are so many cheaters in the game. And since I haven't played MM in a while, I always just kind of brushed it off and said, yeah, how bad can it really be? Because the last time I played MM, it wasn't nearly as bad as it is now. Now that I've played, I've realized that these people are right. There is a serious cheating problem in CSGO, and if 1 in every 3 games has cheaters in it, it makes you really not want to play the game because you have to sit there and pretty much waste half an hour on a game that you know you're gonna lose. Because realistically speaking, if the cheater wants to win the game, the cheater is going to win the game. Another problem a lot of these lower ranks have to face that I personally don't have to face are the problems of Smurfs. If you add on to the fact that Smurfs and cheaters are also going to be in the lower ranks, it's going to be 2 out of 3 games, I would guess now, are going to be infested with either A, a Smurf, or B, a cheater. But the advantage of a Smurf over a cheater is the fact that a Smurf isn't literally cheating at the game and he can actually be beaten. It's just very unlikely that he will be beaten. But this can lead to a lot of newer players and even a lot of veteran players like myself get sick of matchmaking, and then they go on to services like ESEA, and I don't think that's what Valve wants. This also tends to ruin services like ESEA to some extent, because what you have is you have a lot of golds, you have a lot of silvers, and a lot of MGs where they get really fed up with all the cheating and matchmaking, and they say, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna go buy ESEA. And then what happens when they buy ESEA is they can't compete because they're not at the skill level yet to get ESEA, but they feel like it's the only way they can get a fair game. They're pretty much stuck between a rock and a hard place, and if Valve just fixed their fucking anti-cheat, then maybe that wouldn't be the situation. I understand that you can't fix the anti-cheat in a day, but it's been almost 4 years now that the game has been out, and still cheating is a huge problem in the game. This doesn't really seem to be a problem in many other shooters. I know CSGO is a lot bigger than a lot of other shooters, but when you think about it, CSGO is ridiculous with the cheating. Like, it's literally known for being a game with a lot of cheaters in it. When I talk to people about CSGO who like somewhat know about it, they're like, yeah, I heard that game has a fuck ton of cheaters in it, and that is definitely not the reputation you want for CSGO. Also, another thing I think is really broken about matchmaking is the fact that if you're in a 4Q, you're still able to kick people. That doesn't really seem right to me, and it seems really unfair, because if you have beef with one of the players, then they could kick you. That doesn't really seem right. The kick feature is meant for people that are trolling, not people that you don't like. The people that you don't like, you're supposed to mute, and even then, you still might not want to mute them because you want to get their call out still. So I was playing in my second game of matchmaking, and what ended up happening is we were down like 12-2, and it was a 3v1, and I had an AK and armor, and I was still trying to clutch the round, so I was playing it a little bit slow. And the 4Q got really mad that the fact that I didn't want to just run out and die, and the fact that I was actually trying to win the round. They thought it was a waste of time because they just thought the game was over. So instead of, you know, actually just waiting and being patient, these ADHD kids, you know what they decided to do? They decided to kick me because I wouldn't run out and die. Yeah. Yay matchmaking. It's so great. I don't know, I definitely felt like I needed to discuss this because for so long I was brushing off the people that did say matchmaking was broken, and I'd never thought it was really this bad. If you're one of the people that are telling these lower ranked players, or just even anybody playing matchmaking in general, that they just need to suck it up and, you know, get better, how about you go down and play matchmaking again? Because trust me, it is pretty fucking cancer. But thank you guys for watching this video. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. What do you think of matchmaking? Do you think it is broken? Do you think it needs to be fixed? What are some changes that you would like to add to matchmaking? Tell me in the comments comments down below. And if you like this video, how about you hit that like button? And if you dislike this video for some odd reason, how about you hit that dislike button? And if you're new, how about you subscribe? And when this video does reach 500 likes, we'll be uploading the next one. So be sure to smash that like button. But yeah, guys, this has been the Chosen One Inc. And as always, peace out.